Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can sell digital products on Autopilot using Kajabi. Now I'm going to take you through every step of the process, explaining how the automation actually works, how to build out the different sales pages and lead magnets, and all of the different things that we need in order to create an automated funnel for your digital products. So the way that we do this, and the big mistake that a lot of beginners make when they are first selling digital products, and the reason that they can't make automated sales is because they send people straight to their sales page. And this is the way you would think you would do it, right? So you have your content up here. This is your content on like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. And in here, you send people straight to your sales page, and hopefully these people are going to buy. Like, this is the standard funnel that beginners use when they are first starting to sell digital products. But this is wrong. This essentially offers no automation. You constantly have to be making more content. You constantly have to be driving more traffic to the sales page, and not many people are going to buy. You might, if you're lucky, get a 1 to 2% conversion rate using this method right here. So instead, what we do is we switch to an entirely different funnel, which is what we call a lead magnet funnel. And this type of funnel is going to allow us to collect people's emails. This is super important. We collect people's emails, and the way that we do this is we give them something for free in return for their email address, and this allows us to do email marketing. And then when we have their emails, we can constantly be sending them back to this sales page right here. We can send them emails every single day that's going to send them over to this sales page. And this right here has a much higher conversion because, first of all, email marketing is one of the most powerful marketing methods out there. And secondly, we don't have to keep driving them back with different types of content. You're going to be in their email inbox every single day. And this right here can boost the conversion rate massively. So the way that we do this is, instead of building this funnel right here, where we have content and then we send them to a sales page, once again, we are, of course, going to be using content. This is how we promote our product. This is how we promote our offer and grow our audience. We take people from content to what we call an opt-in page. And on this opt-in page, this is where we are going to give somebody something for free in return for their email. And then all we do from the opt-in page is, once they have given us their email, is we send them to a thank you page. We do not immediately try to sell them. Okay, so content, opt-in page, and then thank you page. Then what we do from here is we, of course, have our emails. So email 1 is always going to be, this is your free gift. This is what you signed up for. Here is the free gift that you wanted. Then from here, we are going to send different emails. So we have email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5. Some of these are just going to be value, where we don't try to sell any product. We don't try to send them back to this sales page. But some of these emails, we are going to sell them. We are going to send people back to this sales page right here. And this is where they are likely to buy. Now, statistically, people have to hit the sales page, I think it's 7 times before they actually buy. Yeah, as it says right here, on average, multiple interactions or touches with a brand before the customer makes a purchase. No single definitive number. Many marketing experts suggest that a potential customer needs to see a brand marketing message at least 7 times before they make a buying decision. So this is why we are going to email these people. This is why we are going to follow up with value. This is why we are going to send different emails. And of course, this entire funnel right here is automated. So once this is built, all you have to focus on is creating content and driving people to this opt-in page right here. And the rest of this is taken care of. This will dramatically boost your business and stop you from going out there and chasing sales and thinking, when is this next sale going to come? What content do I have to put out? We can just focus on the content, send people to the opt-in page, and then the funnel is going to take care of everything for us. This is one of the most important things that you can get right in your digital product business. Now, jumping into my demo account right here on Kajabi in order to build this. And before we do so, I would actually like to invite you to my 2 awesome offers. Now, the first is, if you enjoy my content, if you like this no BS way of going about things, none of the hypey editing, and actual tactics that are going to teach you how to sell digital products, you can get access to my super simple guide to your first $1,000 online in the description. Now, the second offer that I have is specifically to Kajabi. So if you don't yet have a Kajabi account and you would like to sign up, signing up to Kajabi using my partner link in the description is, first of all, going to give you an extended free trial, an extended 30-day free trial rather than the standard 14-day free trial. And on top of that, if you do sign up to Kajabi using my link, I will also give you access to the Holden Academy Elite package. This includes 2 of my courses. One of them will teach you how to actually use Kajabi. The second will teach you you how to go from 0 to 10K per month with digital products. And you also get access to my insider community where you get one-on-one access to me. We can jump on coaching calls. You can ask me any questions that you like. And I will essentially be with you, giving you personal advice the whole time you are selling digital products. But jumping into Kajabi right here, where we can actually go ahead and build up this funnel. The very first thing that we need to do is we need to create a lead magnet that we can offer people on this opt-in page. When we are giving somebody this free thing, well, we need to create the free thing that we are giving away. The thing that I recommend to give away is a guide. This is by far the best thing that I have found for my business. And you probably noticed that that is exactly what I do on my channel. I give you that guide, the Make Your First $1,000 Online guide. And this is how I get people from this channel into my sales funnel, where they can potentially buy coaching or courses later down the line. Now, the software that we want to use in order to create this guide is Canva. And to get full access to Canva, you do need to be on the pro version for what we are doing. I think it's like $15 per month, but I can hook you up with a 30-day free trial of Canva using the link in the description. So you can sign up to Canva, you can cancel before the trial is over, and you can get access to everything that we need. So once you are on Canva Pro, what we want to do is at the top here where it says search millions of templates, we want to go in and search for guide right here. And we can see all of these different guides that we can customize to be our own guide, our own lead magnet that we are giving away. So from these, we just select one of these templates. I'm going to go for this one right here, and we can click on customize. And then in here, all we need to do is change the image and text to actually be our own guide. So right here, this says Marketing Strategies Playbook, and I'll just do this like I would for my channel. So in here, we can say super simple guide to your first $1,000 online, right? And then we can maybe delete this from the top. We can drop this in right here, just like that. And this doesn't have to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. As long as it gives value, this doesn't need to look absolutely perfect. It just needs to give value. Then down here, for this image, we can go in and delete this. And I would recommend getting a photo shoot of yourself, just taking a few photos at your desk. That is exactly what I did. And we can get images like this that we can go ahead and drop in. So I have super simple guide to your first $1,000 online. We can also go in here and we can change the color of this. So I'm just going to add a nice lighter blue and a darker blue, just like that. And then for this text, we can maybe try, let's go for black, just there. Then we can go down and we can edit all of these different pages right here. So once again, we can click in and we can change the color. We can say this is the introduction. So we can go ahead and type that out right there. Then we can go to the next page and we can edit each of these pages and give a value, give people in-depth knowledge of exactly what we are teaching. We can give them a guide to exactly what they need to learn. So that is how we can go ahead and create the lead magnet. Once we've created this, we can then go up here and we can download all of these pages. We want to download this as a PDF. This is the best one to go for. We download this as a PDF, then we can click on download. And what we also want to do is we want to get this first page right here as an image. So once again, we can go up and download. This time we just want to select page 1. We want to download this as a PNG. So we can grab these both right here, and we now have our guide created, and we have the lead magnet for this opt-in page right here. Now, once we have this, what I would usually recommend, depending on what plan you have, is to actually create a product around this. It just makes it look a little bit more professional. But if you are new to Kajabi, what you might find is that if we are on the basic plan, or if we are on the lowest plan of Kajabi, we can only create one product on this plan, right? So if we go ahead and we set our one product, Kickstarter right here is one product and one community. If we were to go ahead and use that one product on the lead magnet, well, we can't go ahead and sell like a course or a coaching program, right? So it's not really worth it, and we can just attach it to the email later. So if you are on one of the higher plans, then I do recommend going ahead and setting this up as an individual product, but we don't have to do that. We can just connect it to the email. So either way, once we have the product, the next thing that we are going to do is we need to go in and create the opt-in page where we ask for somebody's email in return for the guide that we are giving away. So the way that we do this is we want to go to website, and we want to go to landing pages right here. Then we can go for a new landing page. And from the landing pages that we need, we then want to come down to opt-in right here. And of all of these landing pages, the one that I recommend is streamlined lead gen right here, because we can upload an image to this. We can upload an image of the book. So we click on get started, and I'm just going to call this first 1K opt-in page. We can click on create, and it's now going to go ahead and install this theme. So in here, what we can now do is we want to go down to all of these blocks right here underneath the text and image. We want to go ahead and delete all of these. We don't need a super complex landing page. We don't want anything too crazy. And then in here, all we have to do is go to this image, go to select, and we want to upload the image of this book, the PNG image that we saved of that front cover. So this is now going to be dropped in. We can maybe just make this a little bit smaller, just like so. Then we can go up, and right here where it says join our free trial, I'm going to say enter your email below to claim the super simple guide. Then down here, we can just change what this text says. We can give a little bit more information about the guide. But the important thing that we need to do is, first of all, click here on save. Go to this form where it says click here to select a form to display. And then we want to edit our forms to create a new one. So in here, we can create a new form. And once again, I'm just going to call this first $1,000 opt-in form, just like that. We can then go through, we want to set this to single opt-in. Double opt-in is going to, essentially what this does is when somebody signed up to your form, it then makes them go to their email and confirm the subscription before you actually get that lead. This is to help against bots when you have a much bigger channel, a much bigger audience. So I recommend going for single opt-in. We can then go down, and all we need to collect is their first name and their email. So that's all we need. And then we can just go up and click on save. From here, we can then go back, and in select your form, we can now see we have the first $1,000 opt-in form. So we can select that right there. And then the last thing that we might want to do is go in here and just change the background behind this. But that is how you can create your opt-in page. So once the opt-in page is created, we can simply click on save. And just like that, we now have the opt-in page. Then from here, we just need to create the thank you page as well. This is a very, very simple page to create. So we can simply go back to landing pages, go ahead and create a new landing page. And in here, we want to go for a thank you page. So we're just going to go down until we see the thank you pages section. Then in here, we just want this super simple. So we can go for this one, get started, and we'll call this first 1K thank you page. And then in here, super simple, this just says, thank you for signing up. Check your inbox for, or we can say your super simple guide has now been sent to your email, just like that. Then from here, all we have to do is click on save, and that thank you page is now created. So now we can simply piece these together in the funnel area. We have the opt-in page, which is going to take people to the thank you page. So all we have to do is go to marketing and then click into funnels. In the funnels area, we're going to create a new funnel and then go down here to blank. And for the name, let's just call this super simple guide funnel. Just like that. Inside of here, once this has created the funnel for us, we can just go to this blank page and we want to remove this. And then in here, we want to go ahead and add in our pages. So we go for the existing landing page, and then we can see right here, we have first 1K thank you and first 1K opt-in. So we'll put the opt-in page in first. Then we can add a page right here, existing landing page. And in here, we can then go for the thank you page as well. So we now have both of these created, very simple opt-in page and very simple thank you page. And that is all we need. So we can go back to funnels, and then another page that we might want to create that isn't a part of this funnel is going to be the sales page, right? So this is where we are going to send people inside of our emails. We send them to the sales page and they can buy the product. So the way that we edit this is the exact same way. We simply go in here, and what I will do is I'll just select one of these so I can actually create this funnel, but I won't edit it. So we can just go in here, we can get started, and then we'll say that this is, we just call this sales page tutorial. Make sure that this is created, and then we can actually send people to this in the emails. So the sales page is created right there. And then what we can now do, now that we have both the opt-in page and the thank you page created, is we can now start drafting out our emails. So we can go into Kajabi right here. We can go into email campaigns and create a new email campaign. We can go to email sequence. And in here, we're just going to call this welcome sequence first 1K, right? So we can click in continue. And then in here, we can now go ahead and start creating the emails. So we don't really want to be using any of these e-com emails right here. We just go to the classic editor. And if you have no experience writing out emails, you don't know how to do email marketing, the best thing that you can do is use AI for this. So in here with AI, I simply said, create me an email sequence for my digital products course. This is going to be my product in this example. My lead magnet is my super simple guide to your first 1K online. And I want to give people access in the first email. So we can go ahead and send this right here. And as we can see, we now have a 5-part email sequence. So in here, all we now have to do is copy the AI. So right here, we just copy this. And this is going to be the internal title. So we can see what these emails are. Then the subject is what is going to appear in people's email inbox. So right here, we can see the subject. We can enter that in. And then right here, we have the body. So all we are going to do is copy this right here and we can paste this in. And then where it says download your guide here, we are simply going to highlight this. Then in here, we can go to upload file, browse files, and we can drop in our lead magnet. So we have the PDF in here. This is now going to be attached. We can click on OK. And just like that, this is now attached to the email. So we can go through and we can make any changes to this that we need. What I recommend is in here where it says first name, we want to delete that, go to personalize, and we can drop first name in just there. Then we want to save this email. We have the first email in here created. So we now go to add a new email, use the classic editor. And then in here, we can go for email to the 1K mindset shift. Internal title is going to be this. Then we can copy the subject, the real reason people never make a cent online. And then down here, we have the body. So it doesn't look like we're selling anything in this email. This is simply a value email. So once again, we can go ahead and enter this in. Go to personalize, drop in the first name. And this is the second email created. So we just want to go through and do this, create our email sequence. And then right here at the bottom, it says, now it's time to act. Join the course, super simple digital products. So in here, all we would need to do is when copying this is we just grab the link so that people can actually buy our course. And then we can link this in this area. So this is the entire funnel built. We have the opt-in page. We have the thank you page. We have the emails written out. And in the last email that we have here, this is where we are going to send people to the sales page, and this is where they are going to buy. So once we have this created, all you now need to focus on is content, putting content out there and driving people to the opt-in page that we created. And that is how you can sell digital products on Autopilot using Kajabi. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.